Hey, y'all. Are y'all caught up with Married to Medicine? Because we about to review that right now. When I tell you this season is really good, I just watched the first 3 episodes. I have been behind with watching the episodes, but we about to get into it. Let's get into it. Tell me what you think about the episodes. We about to review episode 1, and then we're going to do the next 2 not in the same video, but separate videos. Get into it. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it, because what? This is good. Married to Medicine is always good to me, but this season is very interesting, to say the least. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this episode. So the episode 1 opened up with the normal doctors seeing their patients. Toya is teaching her son how to drive, and then we have Quad with her friends in her backyard pool, in in her backyard. When I tell you her house is gorgeous, her house is gorgeous. Toya house looks gorgeous based upon the drone view. And then you had Contessa coming home to her babies and Scott. So then we go over to Simone and Jackie meeting up, and Jackie being nosy as regards to Simone on the phone with someone from her office, I guess, and she's giving them instructions on what to do for a patient. Needless to say, so they begin to talk about, one of the things Quad brought up with her girlfriends is that she noticed that, you know, Simone shaded her with, like, well, who's going to pay off Quad's house, when Simone was on the YouTube live with Sweet Tea. So, you know, Quad gave her back. She returned to Cinder the shady comment or whatever, right? So that happened. Now Simone is like, oh, I know all this stuff about her, and if she keep playing, then I'm gonna spill all her tea and all that other stuff. I'm like, girl, don't y'all all got tea on each other? Like, let's just be for real. Let's be for real. And she might have tea on Quad. I don't know, because I'm not friends with either one of them, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But one thing I will tell you, Simone gets on my last nerves, because it seems like every turnaround, like, she has an issue with Quad. It's like, girl, what is your real issue with her? And so and she's always yelling and always like, oh my God, she literally talked down to Quad. Like, she's always this little girl, this girl thinks she better than us. When did Quad say that? Did Quad say something that we're not seeing on camera? Because Quad is confident, yes, but did she say that she was better than y'all? I don't know. I don't get Simone's issue with Quad, and I'm tired of Quad apologizing and bowing down to them. Because one thing Quad will do, she will buck up and say stuff. Like, she won't let them run over her, but then she's always apologizing. It's like, girl, stop apologizing. Like, please stop. Let this be your last time. I'm with King on this. We tired of seeing y'all bicker. Like, just be cordial with one another, because you all are co-workers on a reality TV show. Be cordial and be done with it. That's all I'm saying. Just be done with it. Like, I'm tired. So basically, you know, Quad invited, she sent her a shady reply back to the group message of, excuse me, she sent her a shady message back in the group text when everybody was telling her happy birthday. And so she invited her 2 hours before her trip. I mean, not her trip, her birthday event. And they did like a little flashback of her birthday, which I thought was cute. Her Quad looked pretty. I did see it on social media when it was actually happening. I saw the I saw Dr. Heavenly and Quad's Instagram post, so it does look fun. They look like they were entertained. Quad had not funny. Quad had fun. It looked like she had a time of her life, and I'm happy for her. My favorite is Quad and Dr. Heavenly, but we don't see Dr. Heavenly in this episode. But let's continue. I will admit it was shady of Quad to invite Simone 2 hours before the event. I wouldn't have came, but also too, one of the things I think they have to realize, if you don't like each other, you don't have to come to each other's event. Point blank period. Or come and leave. I don't know. Well, maybe not come and leave, because that's a waste of gas. And it's a waste of gas and getting dressed. So maybe not do that, because I wouldn't do that. But yeah, what do you all think? Tell me what you're thinking so far. I am literally I am over them, and I'm over Simone, because I don't think Simone really knows what her issue is with Quad. I really don't think Simone knows. And if I was Quad, I would get tired of trying to figure it out. Point blank period. So we're now looking at Toya's new home, which is gorgeous. Her house is gorgeous. I hope that they stay in it, because that house is gorgeous. It's beautiful. She said it's custom built. It's very pretty outside and inside. But what I don't like that Toya just did is she compared her house to Jesus. Girl, your house is not Jesus. I'm with Dr. Eugene. Do not do that. Yeah. So that's that. But the house is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Child, Toya know how to work my nerves. So she's complaining about the fact that he works 2 to 5 hours away. But ma'am, he does it to appease you, to please you. Girl, give that man a break. Start a business and be able to help your man fund this lavish lifestyle that you like to live. Come on. You working a man to his grave. I do like that Ashton is cooking. I do like that. We see that. We've seen that in previous seasons where Ashton actually cooks like his dad. He seemed to enjoy cooking and so forth and on. So we actually see them do that. Now, what I will say, that Toya's hair in this confessional is gorgeous. That bob is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, child, we have Scott and Contessa at their breakfast bar, or actually Allen. They're at the Allen talking, and girl, Scott is a piece of work. You get me? A piece of work. Embarrassment. So basically, it's in their relationship, Scott is the woman and Contessa's the man, because Contessa is working all these jobs to provide for, I guess, the overall household. I don't know why she working so much. Because it's not like the family dynamic of a Eugene, Dr. Eugene, and Toya, because Toya likes to live in luxury and like to dress in luxury, Balenciaga. She wants nothing but name brand that costs at least $100,000 or more. So Dr. Contessa don't give me that. At least the way she dressed don't seem like she is living that type of lifestyle. So I'm not sure why she's working 19 jobs. It could be I'm assuming it is to build generational wealth, maybe. They did buy the building that They did buy practice building or whatever, which is very good. So I'm assuming she's working hard to maintain that, but I find it very disrespectful that her husband seems like he has it so easy based upon out of her mouth and what they're presenting on the show is that he has it extremely easy, like he doesn't have to work much, like he work a regular 9 to 5 kind of sort of. I'm exaggerating his 9 to 5, but I think it's like 7 to 3:30 or 2:30 or whatever the case may be. However, basically he worked short hours, whereas she worked longer hours, and basically she let him do whatever he was doing while she was working and trying to get her work done before she let him know that she was in the house. Then the ladies received their invitation to Mimi's Polo Sanders party, I think it's called. Invitation was cute, adorable. Her and Quad having a conversation about we don't need to have conversations and stuff like that. And so basically what we learn is that Mimi and Quad have been hanging out. So Mimi, Steve, and Quad and King have been hanging out and getting to know each other and staying out late, getting to know each other on a personal level, which is fine. I think that's cute. But yeah, so we got that, and then now we have Mimi and Steve arriving to their party. Now, actually, this event area looks like the same event area that, oh God, what Kelly, on Real Housewives of Atlanta this past Sweet 16 season. She had an event there, looks like. So, yay, all right. So Toya arrives to Simone's house. Simone is getting a new dad, her and Cecil, and Toya is definitely going to be pushing the stories along as she has always have, which is fine with me. She does get on my nerves from time to time, but it's interesting that she brings up the fact that Simone has been, well, actually Simone has brought up the fact that Toya must have been hanging out with Quad more now because she hasn't been over Simone's house. That's very interesting, to say the least. But anywho, so they have a conversation about that. Toya bring up the fact that Simone was talking about Quad with Sweet Tea. And Simone is like, it was just a joke. Girl, it wasn't no joke. And you know it wasn't. You were being shady as AF. And so they began to kind of talk about all of this stuff. They talk about Toya saying that Curtis being handsy, which they show a flashback of him touching Dr. Heavenly, has his hand on Dr. Heavenly's hip. And then apparently Dr. Jackie was not cool with that, which is understandable that she's not cool with it, but also too, that's something that she do need to address with Curtis though, because Curtis is a married man and must keep his hands above the shoulders, like above the shoulders. And so Cecil's in the kitchen with them, and they're now talking about Heavenly's son situation. And so now Toya's like, game on, because I'm going for Heavenly and her child being arrested and so forth and on, because she's always going after our families. I don't know, and I actually went back earlier this year to look at the previous seasons. So like I started from season 1 and I got back up to season 6, I believe. I don't recall Heavenly talking about nobody's child. Now, has she talked about people's mothers and their spouses? Absolutely, she has. She has gone beyond the belt and more. So yeah, I just think that is very interesting. But hey, they on a reality show, so it is what it is. They getting ready for the Sanders Polo event. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, so we get to the event. So we get to the event and everybody arrives. We meet the new girls, Angel and I believe Brandy. They're both pretty, and you know they in being introduced. Brandy's husband is being introduced, and everybody's having a conversation. Quad and Simone kind of not having a conversation, but then eventually have a hug. Like they do this 2-step dance that they normally do when they mad at each other and trying to avoid each other or whatever. So we have that. So Toya asked where's Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Jackie let her know that she is not coming to the event and that she's running for state for a politician job, I believe is what she said. Needless to say, so Toya was like, what? And that also Dr. Jackie told them that it was none of their business what was going on with her son's arrest. I ain't mad at Heavenly for saying it because it ain't none of their business, but also they are on a reality TV show, so you kind of expect that. Mimi and Steve outfit is very pretty. I think I like their outfit. I'm trying to think who actually has the best outfit, but I'm gonna save that for last. So anywho, so everybody's gathering around because we're gonna skip through some of this stuff because we don't need to do the filler stuff. So the ladies are all around, and of course, you know, they gotta break the ice on the tension between Quad and Dr. Simone. And Simone, of course, starts it off, you know. But one thing I like what Quad said, she was like, oh, I'm ready for the dragon right now. We could do it right now. I was like, okay, Quad. I love it. 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 And so, yeah, I love it. And we have them going back and forth, and you know, Quad stood 10 toes down, and they having like their conversation, and Dr. Mimi told them not here, which is perfectly fine because this is a nice event and it's not for the chaos. But yes, it is for the chaos, but not really for the chaos. So yeah, so she was like, yeah, we're not addressing any of this right now. So Dr. Simone and, you know, Quad has to put a pin in it. But one of the things that I thought was very interesting that Dr. Simone said, which I thought was good and a little side-eye here, because, of course, you know, Toya put her 2 cents in it, like, you know, when y'all gonna fix this? Y'all need to talk about it, da-da-da-da-da-da. And so Dr. Simone said, not on your time, Toya. Like, it's not going to happen on your time. Which I agree with. Like, it's not going to happen on your time. However, she did say this bitch. And Toya was like, what? That was very interesting. So, it was a fun episode for the first one. It wasn't too bad. Dr. Heavenly was needed to me, in my opinion. But they did pretty good because, you know, Toya and Simone, they gonna come with the shenanigans, and Quad definitely going to buck up. Like, she ain't gonna let nobody punk her, which I respect the most. So yeah, so tell me what you think about this episode. This is episode 1. Yes, I am behind because I actually watched this episode, I think a week ago. I just didn't record. So I'm actually getting into the 2 episodes. I finally just watched the 2 episodes today. So I'm going to record my review after this. So who do you think was the best dressed at this event? I love fashion, so I'm looking at the ladies, and actually I'm gonna say who was the best dressed? Okay, so Angel is the best dressed. I had to look again because I was like, wait, who was the best dressed again? Angel was the best dressed, and I'll give Mimi runner up. But Angel was the best dressed by far. Like, by far. Like, miles ahead of these ladies. And that's interesting because Quad is usually has a cute outfit on. But I didn't care too much for this one. But yeah. So that's that. Comment below, who do you think was the best dressed at the event, the group event. And then, sorry, got a shot pain. Who do you think was the best dressed, and what was your favorite part of this episode? Comment below. Let's have a conversation. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And peace.
So we're now looking